thanks for being here. So, like always, this reading is just calling my name. I feel like I need to get one of these out like pretty quickly. I don't know why. I was actually in the middle of a different reading about your person, and here I am just jumping into this. So I'm just going for it like I always do. And these are the Inner Child Oracles that are in front of me. And we're going to use one of each to make 3 piles, not 4. Unfortunately, because I was not prepared for this, I don't really have the time. But I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, pile 2 and pile 3. Okay. So, pile 1, y'all have number 14. Flow with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Okay. So that is pile 1. Pile 2. Number 18. It's okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on truth. Why ain't that the truth? Okay. And pile 3. Number 6. Become aware. Listen to the wisdom of the body. All right, guys. So, of course, like always, there'll be a little bit of a meditation after this intro. If you want to take a deep breath, focus on which pile you feel most drawn to. And timestamps for everything will be down below, and I will see you at your pile. Okay, pile 1. So if you chose the number 14, which is actually Temperance and Tarot, and Sagittarius energy as well. It says, flow with the rhythm, get lost in the rhythm of movement today. So it could be that, what is it that you're needing to know? It may be that to kind of get in the flow of being more peaceful about things, maybe you need to worry less and live more. Maybe there's this idea of kind of get lost in the rhythm of the flow of things and not put so much emphasis on the meaning behind every single thing. That could be something that's here. Maybe you're placing too much meaning on something that's maybe not as, maybe, I hate to say this, but it may not be as big of a deal as what you're taking it for some of you. Or maybe you're just wondering that, Okay, so I'm going to take this into consideration. There may be some kind of cycle that you're completing here. Some kind of cycle that's playing out here. This could have to do with a friendship, a friend, or union, or coming together here in some sort of way, like an event perhaps even. Telling you not to worry about it, or just kind of go with the flow with that. Get lost in the rhythm today. Be at peace. Okay. Grounding and being with nature is something that I'm feeling here as well. What is this about? What does pile 1 need to know at this time? Yes, and communication. So if you've been wondering here about communicating here to someone, or if someone will communicate to you, now take that how it resonates. If you've obviously been the one that's thinking about it, then there you go. But if you've been the one that's been wondering if the other person is, then there you go. So listen to your intuition. But you have, yes, luck is on your side, and communicate, compromise, forgive, and work it out. So, yeah, I mean, this is the same thing I said here before, is that there's this idea of just going with the flow of things, and not taking things, like worrying so much about the details of a situation, but to be more in a place of just allowing things to unfold naturally, that luck is on your side here. There's going to be some kind of compromise, forgiveness, or something that's worked out. Something's going to work itself out, I feel like. And you have distance here at the bottom of the deck, which I'm going to take. So there maybe have been distance here between you and someone, or it's like in the distance things will work themselves out on their own. There's no need to worry about it as much. Of course, I would say if you are planning on or thinking about communicating here, that's definitely a yes. If there's been distance here, it says you and your partner, you and your partner may be physically or emotionally distant. So for some of you, you could be, there's peace here with this, you know, the fact that you've been distant here with someone, physically or emotionally. It's like there may be some things going on there that have been kind of rocky between you or them or both, and it's telling you to just kind of go with the flow of that and try not to worry so much. If you want to communicate, then I think, yes, it's saying to do that, but it's going to work itself out. This is like that feeling of when you worry more about something than what it ends up being at all. Like you worry for no reason. And you know, I'm not trying to not validate the fact that there is worry here, but it's just a natural feeling when something, especially when something's important to us. And I feel like whatever this is, obviously it's important. Maybe you're wanting to communicate to someone the distance that you feel between the two of you, or maybe why that's there. For others of you, this may be actually physically distant from someone, and you're just needing to be at peace and go with the flow of things with that. Compromise, or just allow it to work itself out and not worry about that too much at this time. Anything else, any more information that you can give me about what, okay, garden is here. Dang it, I should have mentioned this. When I talked about earlier about something about grounding is there, like grounding yourself, garden was coming to mind. I was thinking about someone being in the garden, and you know, when you're in your garden, you're kind of working in your garden, you're doing what needs to be done, but you're still like thinking, but there's something so peaceful about just, you know, being with nature, right? And there's something about that that may help you to kind of just go with the flow of things here. Or this is a new type of energy that's coming into the mix, or will. You have floral delights, gardening joy, blossoming colors, and plant care. Roses may be relevant as well. I was going to say earlier too, at a distance, if there is a distance between you and someone, luck is on your side here with this when it comes to making some kind of compromise here, because there's something to do with this time needed for something to grow. This could be an understanding that you have here as well. We have living room, comfortable space, family gathering. So for some of you, this has to do with nurturing family, you know, or nurturing, maybe also nurturing someone's independence. Like if somebody's been distance, it's allowing that distance, allowing for whatever that person needs, you know, compromise here. There could also be something to do with something growing, like when it comes to coming together, like a family room. Accepting you're in like a comfortable, or trying to get to a comfortable space here with someone. Yeah, and you have home right underneath that, with roof, which is the card of protection. Protecting your peace at this time. For those of you where there's distance and you're having to compromise about that, it could be that this person may create a distance, or there's a physical distance for a reason. It's like someone that's giving time for something to unfold naturally, or giving someone the space that they need in order to feel comfortable. And for others of you, it's like that distance is needed because the two of you may need this personal space between the two of you in order to ground an idea of something coming together. Okay. And I've slowly started to lose my voice in that. I'm going to sip a coffee real quick, and then we're going to get the tarot. Actually, I'm not using that deck. Okay, sorry, I had to pause for a second. Summertime, my kids are home. My little one's 7. He needs me more often. Okay, so let's see. There may be some kind of message that you receive here. What does pile 1 need to know at this time? You have a King of Swords in reverse. That could be who you're receiving a message from. It's Aquarius energy. Someone that's wanting to understand something, needing to know. Oh. You have a Six of Pentacles in reverse. Maybe why you're distancing yourself, or why you're, if you're giving to another situation even. An unfairness here. Just keep going. The Eight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this is somebody that needs to get out of their head. Yeah, the Sun in reverse. They feel like they don't have any truth or clarity about why if you're giving to another situation, or why there's been distance here, or what's fair in the situation. They've been kind of thinking about that a lot. And this could be you guys, so take it how it resonates. And they're needing to get out of their head. Needing to find clarity in this. Why is the King of Swords here? Leo, Aquarius, Page of Wands. Okay, so there's some kind of message here that's what I said earlier. I saw that earlier, Page of Wands. Message of concern, or message of like somebody wanting to kind of investigate. Maybe they feel like you're not being fully honest, or they just don't know about something. They're coming towards you needing some kind of truth. They may also be trying to take control of the situation because they've been in their head. Why is the Six of Pentacles in reverse? The Four of Wands. Okay, so this is like trying to figure out if you feel the same way when it comes to an event, or coming together, a union, a home. Maybe some kind of unfairness around a home. This is like, why do you not see me as often? That could be something is there. Or what are we going to do about this distance or coming together? Something to do with the home. Whether or not you feel the same way, or how something can be balanced when it comes to a home. If there's distance here, it could be someone trying to explore, to try to get more of a logical idea of how they're going to financially give to a situation. Maybe the debt here is imbalanced in some way. Why is the Eight of Swords here in the reverse? The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone that wants to have some sort of positive change take place. So they have to do this in order to get out of their head. So why is the Sun here in the reverse? The Three of Swords. This is somebody that, guys, this is somebody, and this could be you, that's just worried. Worried about being disappointed. And this could be you. You could be worried about being disappointed in a situation. But this is like, you need to communicate this. This is telling you to communicate this, because you may just be trapped in your head here. And it may be you're seeing the lack and not the gain, or you're needing to shift your perspective here. That's what this is about. Or shift someone else's perspective. For some of you, it could be that someone here created distance because they needed to explore or try to understand what was fair when it comes to the relationship. And they want to have a shift here between the two of you. You know, they're ready to come out of the cold, or they're ready to get past some things here mentally. They've moved on from some things here, perhaps. But they are worried about a disappointment. So take that how it fits for you guys, okay? You have Strength here in reverse, because there's two different types of scenarios I'm feeling. That's Leo energy there in reverse. Aquarius, Leo here. Under that is the Page of Swords. So there's that message in the Wheel of Fortune. Someone's going to take an opportunity, and this could be you, take an opportunity here to change some things. They want to communicate, they want to understand or get some kind of information here from you, where they're feeling not as strong, okay? And they may have to be a little bit vulnerable here in order to do that. They're kind of putting themselves out there in a way. Communicating like their fears or that they feel vulnerable about something. They're having to gain their courage or strength in order to communicate some things here to you. This is somebody that's unclear about certain things, and they're wanting to clear that up. They're trying to get a good logical understanding of the situation and what they can or can't give to a situation. And this may be someone here that may even owe you something, or they feel like they don't want to owe you something. You know, there's a needing to come together to understand what's fair or the balance in this. They're wanting to have a positive shift, or things will change. I feel like that there's going to be an ability to get out of your head about the situation for you and this person. But there is this sadness that's here is because maybe something doesn't exactly unfold the way exactly that you want. I want to look into this one more time before I let this go. I'm curious. Why is the Three of Swords here? I think this may be just sadness or disappointment that things aren't coming together or moving in the direction that you want them to at this time. That doesn't mean they won't forever. But being that you have like being in the flow that's over here, it's almost like you're having to postpone or pause or just, you know, situations in life sometimes they don't end exactly like we want them to, but we know that that's just the way it's meant to be. And there's this period of just kind of having to go with the flow of that, right? It's like there being a cloudy day, like you're ready to go to the beach and go sit on the beach, but you couldn't account for the fact that for whatever reason there's just clouds that day. And it makes you kind of sad, but they're not going to stay there forever. It's kind of that energy I'm feeling over here. What is the Three of Swords with that Sun in reverse? The Magician. Yeah, there's just a lack of, it's just somebody that's not able to bring something together exactly like they want at this moment in time. It's just everything I just done saying. And Temperance. And there's frustration around this. Sadness around this. You know, the Three of Swords doesn't always have to be horrible. It's just a card of grief. Somebody's hurting here because something's not going exactly how they want it to go. There's impatience with this or frustration here. And then you have the Three of Pentacles. So there is something being worked out, just like this card says here, and the Page of Cups. So you are going to definitely get a message here from someone, or you're communicating to someone, wanting to work something out. Let's work something out. Let's figure this out. What are we going to do here? You know? Let's see if I can get any more information, and then we're going to go on to advice. What can you tell me about anything else I'm missing here? Can you sum this up? What does Pile 1 need to know? Mature man. So that would be the King of... Someone's trying to step up. Someone's trying to make some changes take place here, or needing to step into a leadership role. Maybe needing to be mature about a situation, because you have the World there. So I feel like somebody's not actually getting exactly their way or how they would want something to go, and they're having to kind of be patient. You have bad health. This could be the reason. There could be something here that's causing could be that just bad health could just be the obstacle, you know. It doesn't have to be bad health. It could be anything that it's just an obstacle that's in the way of things getting to that place that you want it to go. And expectation here. Yeah, see? There's something to do with something that's like you had some kind of expectation, or this person did, and they're impatient here. It's not going exactly like they wanted it to. This could even be someone that was hoping something wouldn't work out, you know. See these two masculine and feminine energies, and then you have the bad health in the middle. So it just could be that could be the obstacle, like I said. The two of you are in this period of, like, see how they're just sitting and waiting, and she's looking out the window, but he's looking at this. It's like the masculine's trying to take control of the situation here, or will be. Maybe communicating something. And it's like the feminine's like just sitting in this place where it's something that she expected. Like, I expected for this to happen, or I expected this. Or someone not meeting their expectations and having to settle with the disappointment in that. So someone's having to settle with the patience, and someone's having to settle with the disappointment. That's a interesting thing. We have despair at the bottom. Yeah. This is like a feeling of feeling stuck, in a way of like, there's nothing that I can do about this. I just have to ride it out. That's what I feel. That is exactly what I feel. Whatever that means to y'all. That is exactly the way that I feel about it. Okay, let's get some advice. We are going to use, what are we going to use? The ones there. Right? No, I lied. These are the ones I want to use. The back of the cards look kind of similar, so throw me off just a little bit. Okay, so let's see. Good news is, whatever this is, the two of you are going to work together, or work it out. What advice do you have for... Well, that came right out, didn't it? Beware of codependency. Addictive behaviors are affecting your romantic life. So for some of you, there could be something to do with, you know, somebody that is maybe dependent on the other one in some way. Or it's like, you know, I said earlier, like, if there's distance here, then that personal space is something that's needed. It's creating a more of a secure or stable foundation, so the two of you aren't too dependent on each other. For some reason, I feel like that might be an important lesson in the relationship, if there's distance. Or someone created distance because they felt like they were depending on the other person too much. You know, that's something that's there. Take your power back. I keep talking about not having control. You're giving someone control over how you feel. Your happiness should only depend on you. So definitely, I feel like for some of you, this has to do with learning about, you know, detaching when you starting to feel too codependent on the other person. That's definitely something that's here. There may be an understanding of that, or a shift that takes place where maybe you're needing to get out of your head about that, you know. For those of you where that's not the case, it's just that you are recognizing when something is not healthy or not good for you and needing to take a distance or step back. And this could be the other person as well. You know, you're both kind of needing to get your power back from feeling like you're dependent on the other person in whichever way, shape, or form. And I think that's the overall lesson. And leave your fears behind. Yeah, they're stopping this relationship from blossoming. I do feel like that goes with go in the flow, and that Three of Pentacles, working something out. You have be honest here. Heart-to-heart conversations are necessary. It's safe for you to talk about your feelings. I definitely feel like someone here is going to communicate like how they really are feeling, exploring like what you feel or what you think. about what's fair in the situation and wanting to have a shift or change. But being afraid of being disappointed or something not coming together, that could just be a fear that you have. I mean, it's a legit fear, you know. But I think this has to do with when you recognize that you don't have control over a situation or how something really comes together, that's when you can take your power back. So you don't let that situation take from you, take your happiness from you, you know, take over, make you worry too much. And I think that's the lesson here with all this. With Be Honest. Okay, so let me get some advice. I'm actually going to get a different deck for you guys for advice when it comes to this situation. Does pile 1 need to know? Advice do you have for pile 1? Okay, y'all got 2 cards. That's a lot. So let's take a deep breath and let's do this. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? So this whole thing and the fears of things, maybe fears of becoming too codependent on someone, even for some of you, or the situation. Being afraid of being disappointed is really big. But those self-limiting beliefs could be holding you back from having the, you know, in a good experience now. What story are you telling yourself? When you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to mind? If you're not living the life that you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. It's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adapt in its place? How will this change your results? Remember, your belief is not rooted of your result. Own it, heal it, and upgrade it. Yeah, that's very important. Remember that your belief of what you have to be or could be or is true here, it's not rooted within the result of what's going to actually happen. It's more rooted into the fears, the worries, and anxieties of what's going to happen. Being afraid of being disappointed. Expecting the worst could also be something that's down here. Expecting the worst, or not having a lot of faith or hope in a situation is something that's there as well. How can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this moment? Growing our self-love is medicine to the world's broken heart. When we heal, we all heal. When we give yourself more grace, you're able to give the world more grace. Look at yourself at a grace filter. You're meant to be in this moment of your life. Release the inner critic and fill in the hole with the soul's truth that you are infinite, you are loved, and you're already there. That's important. Whenever you're trying to, manifest something here for yourself, you have to really believe that it's possible. That's the most important thing, is believing that it is possible. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so there may be some stuff that you need to dig up or think about, or there may be something here that you need to put some work into, Okay. You have an opportunity here to express yourself, or this is like judgment for me and the Ace of Pentacles. So it's like a brand new beginning. Seeing something as maybe possibly a brand new beginning for yourself, instead of like how everything's going to work out and what you're leaving behind and everything else, but looking at it as like this is a brand new opportunity, or even if there's time or distance or space here, it's like an opportunity here to have a brand new start and work on yourselves, or an opportunity to work on yourselves in the meantime. That's something that's there. We have a Z, an A, a G, an X, a B, a Y, an A. Bay is here. I heard baby in my head too whenever I started, but T, U, S, and a Y. Tuesday may be important. Something may happen on a Tuesday. Somebody may be extra small, and that's something that's there. TXU's in the bowl, so there you go. Maybe something to do with the energy. Say is something that's here, and we have that communicate. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm gonna hold this up so y'all can see it. There is a string that's 2 strings that are here, so you may have some kind of a tie here with this person, or there's strings attached, or you're not wanting there to be strings attached, you know, something like that. I just saw 4, 5, 6 on the timer, so definitely a progression that's taking place here. You do have, technically, reduced down, you do have 5, 4, 6 here as well, so 4, 5, 6 again. That's crazy. Okay. Definitely a progression that's taking place. So thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and all your kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you with this, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, pile 2. So pile 2, if you chose this number 18, it is okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on the truth. So what do you need to know? Now, in this card, if y'all can see this, there is a tiny little swan here. It's a demi swan. And there's all this stuff going on around this little demi swan that's all by itself here. Obviously, demi swan is a swan that has no mate. Number 18 is also the moon energy. So there's a lot of maybe you're afraid that someone's not understanding you, or you're being misunderstood in some kind of way, and you're afraid of that, or you're afraid of someone's perception of you. There may be a lot of fears or illusions that are being created because of this thought or idea that someone's misunderstanding you. Their perception of a situation or you is just like way off. This could be also you. You could be sitting in a place where you're going, okay, I feel completely misunderstood. Nobody gets me. Boy, we all feel like that at times. I mean, every single human being. But it's like you're kind of sitting in that place in that moon energy, Pisces, Cancer energy, where you're emotionally becoming, even in a way, kind of unraveling, because there's just, you don't know maybe how someone else is perceiving you. Or what their perception is of you. And it's like you're letting all that kind of unravel you emotionally, when it may not even actually be based off of a truth. It's just the illusions and fears that you have created in your mind about the situation. Okay, so let's get, we're going to get a few of these Cosmic Insight cards to take a deeper look at what this has to do with, what you need to know, pile 2. What does pile 2 need to know? What does pile 2 need to know about this? You may be dealing with the water sign here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Well, this is the moon, so that is definitely some Pisces and Cancer that's there. What do you need to know? We have pregnancy here. So it could be that you may be, yeah, this has to do with being misunderstood, though. It has to do with expecting the worst out of someone or a situation. You could be feeling judged, you know. You could be feeling really judged at this time. For some of you, there could be like, if there is a pregnancy here, or something that you're bringing into the world, something that you're birthing into the world, it could be that you're feeling judged by whatever that is. It could be a new beginning, you know, something that you're making for yourself. You could be feeling judged by that or misunderstood with that, and it's weighing on you emotionally. It definitely is, and it's taking away from the joy of what that is. Look at that commitment. Some of you may be afraid of someone committing to a situation or having to commit to a situation. Others of you, it's that judging thing that's there, and it's like, you should know that, you know, this is something that you're serious about. This is something that you want to commit to. This is something that you feel good about. despite how other people around you may misunderstand you. I'm going to get some more, I'm going to get some of the place oracles. For some of you, this is, it says someone is expecting and things are getting serious. You may be afraid of being judged for getting into something too quickly, or maybe you're being judged for, you know, you haven't been in a commitment for very long and you're already wanting to be pregnant, or you are pregnant, you know, or you're already wanting to jump into something with someone, you know. There's this heavy judgment that's being placed. Whatever this is that you're birthing into the world that you're committed to, you feel emotionally like you're being called out, like misunderstood. Give me some more information. Some of you may be afraid that you are misjudging a situation. Some of you may be afraid that you're putting some kind of an illusion on a relationship. There's a lot of fears here. I mean, when fears are involved like this in a reading, guys, I mean, I could sit here all day long and tell you all these different fears and scenarios and everything else that's going on. So I need to really discern what is your fear in this reading versus what the reality of the situation is, okay? We have bustling hub. This has something to do with being social, being afraid of being judged and being social. Some people may be judging you. This is going to be way out there, right? Okay. Some people may be judging you for the decisions that you're making, and you may be in a relationship with someone like where you're in this commitment, you're making these decisions with someone else. It's what the two of you want, but you may feel like society is kind of judging you when it comes to that. Not everybody's story, but something that's there. We have train, subway, and railway, not runway. Maybe you're modeling. We have subway and railway here with train. Now, you may be maybe you're moving away from a certain type of society or a group of people where you feel like you're just always misunderstood. You know, you may be separating yourself from things or holding back, you know, not feeling like you can be completely yourself. You may be around others where you feel this way. I think there's something to do here with you're ready just to get over some kind of phase in your life at this time. It could have to do with maybe because you're trying to prove others wrong. That's interesting. That is very interesting. This is motivating you in a way. And you may not be realizing it. There's something to do with your workspace here. On the outside note, you may be trying to find like a right creative outlet. And there may have been something to do with this whole thing has changed your work environment in some way. Like at some point this used to be your like creative zone, and now it's not as much because now you just feel more judged in that situation. You may be moving away from that, or moving away from the people that are making you feel that way, which they're judging that as well. So it's just like, you know, you can't please everybody. That's the truth. So let's get some, what am I going to use? There it is. Here we go. This I have not used in a little while, so I'm kind of excited to use it, and I felt called to it. This is, and the sun just came out, guys. That's a good sign, right? That's always a good sign when you're in the moon energy. You're trying to move towards what just makes you, that's what the problem is here, I think. I think you may be moving towards whatever it is that just makes you happy. and you have people around you or a situation or difficulties around you that's just making it hard for you to enjoy that, you know? It's like when you're outside on the hammock and it's a beautiful day and you got the sun on you and you feel so good and you're about ready to just lay and take a nice long nap, right? It's going to be one of the best naps ever. And there's just this bird that won't shut the hell up, you know, and it's just sitting there in your ear and you're like, ugh, so annoying. There's somebody here that's like trying to, or just others that are this situation is just almost trying to ruin this for you, you know. And it's like, I'll prove y'all wrong, or I'll... It's funny too, because I don't think you really want to care what others think, but there's something to do with maybe you have to, because it's part of your business or something for some of you. Interesting. Is this going in a cool direction? So this is actually called the Prism Tarot, and I haven't used it probably a year. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you may be just hesitant to move forward with something, or you know, you're just kind of keeping things to yourself, perhaps. Maybe you're holding back, you're wanting to say something, or you're holding back sending some kind of message, or you were hoping something would get better and you don't feel like it's gotten better like you wanted it to, especially if it has to do with like societal things or other people, because even if these days, you know, and I say these days like I'm, you know, I've been here forever, which this is gonna be my 39th year here, so I have been here for a little bit, you know, but it's like when you realize that you can't just move away from others. It's like now things follow you because we have social media and everything else. So it's not like you can completely like distract yourself or completely get away from others, even if you feel like you're being misjudged by them in some way. You know, back forever ago, we'd have to send a letter for communication. So you could definitely get away from people, you know, if you wanted to. That's something that I'm feeling here. You have as I say that, 5 of Swords just popped out. So yeah, you feel the need to, like, you have to defend yourself. The 3 of Swords in reverse. You're trying to not let this get to you here. Hurt you, you know. You have a 10 of Swords in the reverse. You know, you're recovering here. You may have actually had a conflict where you had to defend yourself in a situation. Or you're procrastinating that. Like, I'm procrastinating sending this message because I feel like it's going to cause a conflict. I'm going to have to defend myself here in this situation. And it's something else that I'm going to have to get past or get over. Also, you've been wanting to recover. Like, you've been in a phase of trying to recover. Like, see past the pain in something. You're trying to find you're searching for your own peace with the situation. But there's still a part of you that feels somewhat defeated. Now, 2 cards came out together. It's the Knight of Pentacles here. And you look at that. It's just awesome. I just said what this is, kind of. It's the 5 of Cups in the reverse is moving on, accepting a situation. So it's just, it is happening here. It's just going slow. You know, you are getting to a more peaceful place. It may not be happening exactly as soon as you would like for it to. But it is better than it was. There are changes that have unfolded. You have grown here from this so far. You just may be in the dark and you're not seeing it. You know, just like the seed that you plant in the ground, it is growing. You just can't see that it's growing until it reaches above and beyond the surface of things. Just like a pregnancy. That baby's in there growing. I mean, nowadays you can see it, but there I go again with nowadays. I don't know if somebody says that around you or close to you or something. Or you're just leaving trying to leave your past in the past or something like that. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Some of you may have clicked on this reading because you actually are in a position to where you feel misunderstood. Or you're just maybe needing a different perspective of this. You're just searching for peace, that's all. Why is the Page of Pentacles in the reverse? The Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, you have an opportunity. You may have an opportunity to express yourself, you know. For some of you, you may be like, you're letting go of the need to defend your actions, yourself. You're letting go of the need to defend all the actions and choices that you make. Other people may feel like you've let them down, or they're gonna, you know, they may not make you feel so great. Basically, that's all I want to say. And I feel like with this Ace of Pentacles as well, in reverse, there may have been a lack of planning in this situation, and maybe you're being judged by that for some of you, or people feel like that you could have planned better or something, you know, something like that. Who cares, right? Who cares? Why is maybe you just need somebody to tell you that. Why is the Five of Swords here? 2 cards again. Good gosh. Yeah, look at the Eight of Pentacles here in reverse and the Lovers. Like, other people aren't in your life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to say that. That doesn't make sense. Other people aren't having to put in the work on the things that you're willing or wanting to put the work in on. This is like other people don't see your hard work. I think that's where it hits you like the most. For some of you, this has something to do with the work, the job, the career, what you want. It could be that you feel like some people don't acknowledge how much work you've put into something. The people that are closest to you will understand, and I think that's the most important thing. Because this is what you feel like you have to defend. It could be like you have to defend what it is that you want. And some of you, maybe this is a break. You know, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse can be like, I need to take a step back, or I need to focus on something else, or I need to do something in a different way. This is like also like, I don't want what y'all want, or something like that is there as well. And this is all about defending what it is that you want, the choices that you're making. That's what you're doing. And it's like this, what I just said. You don't have to. You don't have to work so hard at trying to get other people to love the way that you're doing things. That's their issue. That's not your issue. You know, if it's not directly affecting them, if you're not sharing a life with someone where it's directly affecting them, and it's all on, you know, your responsibilities. Why is the Three of Swords in the reverse? The Six of Clouds. This could have to do with you. Yeah, this is about a transition. You're going through like this phase of forgiving others for maybe mistreating you, misjudging you, feeling misunderstood. This is getting to a calmer place, and this is what you've been wanting here. Just hoping that things will get to a calmer place. You have faith that they will. I think it's just that it's taken longer than you've expected for you to get to that place, yeah, that you want, you know. Some of you may have forgiven a situation, forgiving something, or had some kind of rebirth or reunion or something like that, a start here. You may have forgiven a situation and wanted a new start, and that could be something you're being judged for, like allowing something to continue or get to a calmer place. There's going to be some sort of recovery here. There may be someone in particular as well, someone you're in a commitment here with that has your back. Someone here that is going to help you to recover from the ending that you've experienced, or the transition that you experienced. Let's say that. There's someone here that's going to help you kind of go through this. It's a key person here. It's really important because they're going to bring out that confidence back in you. Interesting. Why is the Ace of Pentacles here with that Five of Cups in the reverse? Yeah, the Magician in reverse. Guess what? Not everything always works out exactly like we want it to. Not everybody's going to always be happy for us like we want them to. Not everybody's going to always understand things like we want them to. And that's just a part of life. Just like you may not understand why other people make the decisions that they're making. So everything may not come together exactly like you want, but that doesn't mean that you're not on the right path. You may second guess yourself a lot because of this outside influence. Just because other people may think that you're making a bad decision doesn't mean that you are. That's their perception, and it may not be based off of any sort of truth that they have. It could be an experience they've experienced or where they are in life, you know? What you want is going to happen for you. It's just, it will all come together. Like, it's going to take some time to accept. Yeah, there's an energy here of you needing to accept that it's just going to take some time for things to come together the way that you really want them to. And they may end up coming together in a way that you didn't even imagine, but it will make sense. Interesting. Okay. Some signs that we see here. We have Gemini and Leo and Virgo here as well. The bottom of the deck. Look at that. It's pretty cool. I mean, we're talking about perception is not the key based on the truth here. And the bottom of your deck, your overall energy here it's the Queen of Swords with perspective. And walk away. Yeah, absolutely. In the Two of Pentacles. Focus on your priorities. Focus on what's important to you. Not you know, everybody, but focus on what is important to you, what you want to prioritize, what you want to balance in your life, how that balance looks in your life. And that's a good balance for you. Go for it. You know, like, you're the one that's creating this life of yours. So if it feels good and it feels right for you, and it's, you know, your responsibility as well that you're taking on. So, you know, make that decision. Don't worry about everybody else, right? Six of Wands in reverse. Just focus on your priorities there and walk away from the things that you feel like are not good for you emotionally, like being afraid of what everyone else's opinion is about something. You know? This may really have to do, some of you may actually be pregnant. If you don't want to be, or you can't, obviously that's not your story. Some of you have made a decision to, like, maybe have another baby here, you know what I mean? Or have a baby here with someone. Something like that is there, I feel it. And, you know, having to, the Eight of Cups is like when you know a situation or a place or a thing is like, or a person even, is not good for you. And you have to walk away from that. Even though you feel emotionally attached, you know, you have to kind of pull yourself away or walk away in order to go after what you know is going to make you happy. And that's definitely when people kind of start to not like it, right? But you're in this Queen of Swords energy where you're standing up strong here for your convictions, you know, and what it is that you really want and what it is that you desire that meets your needs in your life. And focus on that perception of things is what this is saying. This is when the Queen of Swords, she's super smart. You know, she's Libra energy, so she knows how to balance things out. She knows how to relate to situations and others, and that's how she finds peace and acceptance and being graceful to, you know, the human condition. And being in a place to where you're in that the swords energy, thinking about things with your head logically and not being stuck in an emotional place. This watery energy here where it's, you know, not good for you. Stand strong in the decisions that you make to walk away from things that you feel like don't serve you or aren't right for you. And change your perspective of how you're seeing that. Like, you're doing what's best for you here, right? Okay. Advice. Let's see what we got. Actually, I'm going to use something different. I pulled these for pile 1. I feel like they may be important. Something may be really important here for you. Hold on. Let's see. Came right out. Do I know all my strengths and am I using them? Well, that's pretty important. We all have superpowers, but it's up to us and to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we're able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. How can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? Wow. This may be attached to some of you when it comes to the workplace. We also have, I don't know why I need to pick this up, but damp and rainy rim here. May be relevant here for somebody. Maybe coming out of the shadow, or you've learned something here, or you'll be learning more about something there, where other people may judge. Side message. This is acknowledging that you do have superpowers here. You do have these strengths, and to use the things that you feel like you have the strengths in order to help others, perhaps, or you may have some sort of gift, some of you, where you're wanting to, put that out there. Show up and inspire others in some way with this. Contribute to a situation in the way that you feel like that you can. Because when we're doing the things that we feel like our soul's called to do or we're meant to do, that's just doing those things, knowing that. If we're able to be our true authentic self and not worry about being misjudged in any way, that's when we can really excel and really go for our goals, and really bring a lot more joy to the world. Yeah. I really think that really, 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 can't stop saying really. Let's see. We have a lot in the bowl. The Sword of Truth. Your truth is your truth, right? And there's no different way of seeing things. But your truth is simply that. Like, this is my truth. This is what I want. This is what I live by. There's that Queen of Swords, and she's got her sword right here. Having a breakthrough here is something that could be coming in very soon. Yeah, because this accepting a situation is only temporary. And something not coming together exactly like you wanted, all that's only temporary. Okay, so you have the flower here, which this always reminds me of the Six of Cups. So that soulmate energy is something that's coming through again. You have a 6 here as well, so 86 or 89 could be relevant. 6 is about healing and balance and all that good stuff, and 8 is about taking action, taking control of a situation, or maybe communication here as well. You have an N, an H, a U, an X, a U, a B, an A, an L, an N, another A, and an L. 2 A's, 2 L's. All is here. Maybe it's like you want to give something I think that's really resonates from whatever this is that you're birthing here. It's like when you give into something, you give it your all because you feel like it's your purpose. When you feel like something's your purpose, you give it everything you have. And when you put a lot of work and effort and energy into something that you feel like is your purpose, that you're helping, that you're doing good, that you feel happy, you know, and all this other stuff, and there's other people that misjudge you or judge the situation harshly, or you feel misunderstood, that really hurts, because it's what we're doing is being our true authentic self, and someone is giving you pushback with that. It makes you want to go back into your shell. And I think that's something that, mentally and emotionally you're fighting with at this time. That's all. Okay. We do have bun right here. So bun in the oven is something that, that pregnancy thing does keep coming up. So if that's the case there for some of you. Okay, guys. Ball is right there too. So I'm going to leave you here. And thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. Hope this helps. If you don't mind hitting that like button, I would really certainly appreciate it, because I've been MIA for a little bit, so that does help me. And thanks, guys. I'm sending you some love, and I hope to see you soon. Hey, Paul. 3. So if you chose the number 6, become aware, listen to the wisdom of the body. So, pile 3. What do you need to know? Now, you have a representing I hope this is a cheetah. I'm going to feel not so smart, but that's okay. I'm pretty sure that's a cheetah, but it just reminds me of, endurance and strength and the ability to go the distance. The number 6 itself has to do, the 6th house has to do with work. And it's also Virgo energy, which it's like being practical, doing what needs to be done, taking responsibility. There may be some using your head, here in a situation. And it says become aware, and he's sitting on that rock. So it's almost like you're needing to have endurance here and strength to become more aware of what you can and can't accomplish or do, especially if this has to do with work. But it could just have to do with healing a situation, The number 6 can be about an equal give and take. So what can you give in a situation, and when you should pull back? This is a question, no matter the circumstance, and it's telling you to listen to your body with this. When you're feeling like you want to give to something and you feel like that's something you have to listen to your body in a way of your body, mind, and soul, if it's something that's good for you. And you have to know your limits and when to kind of pull back from that. Whether, again, this has to do with a person, place, or thing. Even though you can go the distance, doesn't mean that you should. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So there you go. We'll figure out what this is about. These have been interesting. So we're going to use the Cosmic Insights. Imagine that. I say the word interesting. One of these days I'm going to widen my vocabulary. Okay, guys. Sorry, I had to pause for 1 second. What does pile 3 need to know at this time? We've become aware. We have patience here and manifest. Give it some time. Well, something I feel like will balance itself out here, or maybe this is work playing out that something that you've been wanting here will balance itself out here. It's going to take some time. This says just a few more months and good things will come to those who wait. And then it says, tell the universe exactly what you want at this time and give it some time. Everything in divine timing. Let things flow. So, I mean, that's, and challenges is here at the bottom. So make a decision, work on the inner healing. So there's obviously, it doesn't take much to look at that and say, okay, well, this is saying something's just going to take some time. Listen to your body of how much time and energy you give to something as well. But it's like a process that's going to be unfolding. Just keep in mind of what it is that you really want. And it's the only way to kind of overcome some challenges that are here, Yeah, it's going to take some time because there is some obstacles and some challenges. This is definitely a situation that requires your patience. That's very apparent. What else can you tell me about this that I need to know with what pile 3 needs to know? Garden. This pile 3 needs... Whoa. Hold on. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let's see what we got. School turned over here. Garden, school. We also have living room and temple. This is about spiritual guidance or reflection on, coming together, being in a comfortable space here. It's going to take some time. You need to, with this time, things can be growing in this process. You may be planting some seeds here when it comes to school for some of you, and that's something that's going to take some time, but because there's obviously some challenges that you'll have to experience through that. It's like, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be hard because it's going to take some time to go through school, but you still want to nurture this or plant some seeds here with this, right? And then this here, some of you may be doing this in the comfort of your own home, perhaps, but you're going where you're guided. For some of you, this can have to do with, like, I don't know, this is not everybody's story, but there's something to do with therapy here being helpful. Like, therapy takes time. You can't just go into a therapy session and, oh, I feel better now. It's something that takes time, and it is challenging. It's not easy. There's something here that you are approaching, and it's a little bit different for everybody, but you have to, like, kind of learn as you go. And your comfortability here for some of you lies within spiritual guidance or some kind of spiritual practice, or maybe meditation or therapy. Like you've been just kind of reflecting on things. Okay. Side message, I feel like. Let's get, go ahead and get the tarot out. Okay, guys. So I'm going to get some of the, I guess we're going to use, what could we use? I guess we'll use these. This is just a tarot deck that I always have on my desk, and I honestly could not even tell you the name of it. I know that sounds bad, but I think it's like the Wheel of Fortune tarot or something like that. I'm not quite sure. I got these a long time ago, and I don't remember like the name of them actually. Okay. You may have been waiting on something for a long time that you almost forgot how to do something. That's like school, right? You stay out of it for too long and kind of forget how to do it. But it can always grow. Your education. Something like that is there. Okay, here we go. What can you tell me? What does pile 3 need to know at this time? Page of Wands, Six of Swords. A message here about moving, perhaps, transitioning, necessary transition, getting to a calmer place. Let's pause. The Moon in reverse. So things coming to the light, releasing your fear, being if you were afraid or confused about something, something that you're going to be releasing. You have a new beginning here. Well, the Devil's just showed itself to me. It didn't come out. So that fear that you've had, I feel like is something that you're leaving behind. You're listening to what it is that you need and you're doing what you need. Feel inspired here. You have a Ten of Swords in reverse. This could be recovering here from a loss. Something regenerating even. Maybe something that you once wanted and it kind of got lost and now you're kind of re-exploring that. Why is the Page of Wands here? This is like a regeneration, I feel like, that's taking place. There's a spark back into something that you thought was over or almost over. You have a Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Give me one more for that. The Hanged Man. There's a message here or a discovery that's going to give you a different way of seeing something. And it's going to help you to find freedom. It's going to help you, give you freedom in a situation. You may have to let go of something. There may be some kind of sacrifice that has to be made here. Why is that? It could be moving. Why is the Six of Swords here? The Queen of Wands. So this is that inspired energy I was talking about. There's a lot of fire here too. So Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. It's just like you being determined to do what you feel like is necessary. Why is the Moon in reverse? The Five of Wands. So there may be some kind of disagreement that takes place here that brings a lot to the surface. You know how sometimes there's a lot of hidden things, you kind of keep things to yourself, or you're unsure about something, or whatever it is, and then there's some kind of disagreement that takes place when someone gets ready to move or change or transition into something different because they feel confident, they feel like that's the right thing to do. Causes like, may cause some sort of tension or conflict that brings up a lot or brings out a lot of the things where there was confusion or fear, or someone was even unhappy in a situation. Ace of Wands. You have an Eight of Pentacles here. This is something that sparks you into wanting to work on something. This could be your education for some of you. Like you have this idea of how you can make things better. This could be like this could even be like an engagement, you know, like with someone or in something, like you're putting in some effort here in something. You see the quality in something. And it brings this spark back to everything. Why is the Ten of Swords in reverse? Yeah, the Six of Swords. You thought that this was over. For some of you, you felt like this was never going to make any kind of progress. Like it was just so challenging. And you may be in different timelines of this at this time. But there's something here like a garden, you know, or education in school. It just takes forever and it's so challenging and it's difficult. And you may have felt like you may be recognizing here that there's a change that's take place. Like fear was running the situation. There's a recognition of fear that's here. Where someone needs to work on what's internal that's been hurting the situation and make a decision to move forward past it. This is like being confident in ending something, ending a cycle, ending a situation, so that you can turn towards like the new thing. Like, because you feel this spark, you feel driven, or you feel like you can make something work, you're facing that challenge, which is it may not work. There may be an inevitable end here, but you feel like you can make progress. You feel confident that you can get through something. So you're overcoming some challenges here. It's just something that's been taking some time. Give me, there's a message here where I think there's just some freedom here. I don't know how to explain this, what I'm seeing here. It's like, if you've been kind of suspended, or you've been like, feel like you've been making some sacrifices, there's definitely some freedom that opens up here with that. It's like you're becoming aware of your own fears and how they've been holding you back, or someone has, and it changes things. Why is the Queen of Wands with that Six of Swords? The Star in reverse, yeah. If you've been feeling discouraged here through an experience, you're getting to a calmer place with that. If you felt like you were losing hope, or something was never going to work out or heal or change, you're never going to get that dream that you want, It's, you're getting to a calmer place here with that. Why is that? Okay. The Seven of Cups just came out. So there may be a disagreement or tension, conflict around the choices that were made, or wishful thinking, or someone that feels like emotionally confused. Tell me more about this. The choices that were made. The Two of Cups in the reverse. There is a conflict here around walking away from something. Being afraid you're making the wrong choice. There's been a lack of peace here, I feel like, within a relationship, and I feel like there's some kind of disagreement or tension around the choices that were made. And the understanding about all this is about to come out into the open. And it creates a new beginning, a new start from this. That creates some kind of success. Why is the Ace of Wands here with the Eight of Pentacles? King of Pentacles. So this is like someone that's feeling in control with the decision that they're making, or an idea of what they want moving forward. They're taking control in that. They see abundance there. They see that as something that's valuable, that could bear some fruit, They feel inspired or driven or passionate about this. Six of Wands in the reverse. The Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's a new beginning here. There's someone here that's like, there's a recovery in a relationship where there has been a lack of trust or lack of peace here in a relationship, where there's been emotional confusion here about maybe a disconnect. There's some sort of, the conflict here is something that's going to, like, everything about that is going to be brought into the light. Yeah, the Fool. It's a new beginning here. It creates a new beginning. It creates another opportunity for trust or innocence in a relationship or connection. It's like when you're living in, like, let's just say that you and your partner are on the outskirts with one another, and you don't know what the other one's thinking. You don't know if they're mad or you should be mad or whatever, it is. You have a lot of illusions that you're thinking about the circumstances of what they're thinking about you. God, that's confusing. And you're sitting in all those illusions and all those fears of what is or what could be or everything else. And then you and that person have a disagreement. The tension that you've been holding back breaks through, and the two of you have that conversation that you've needed to have. And with that, in that idea of being emotionally confused about a relationship, brings a new beginning. It brings innocence back to the relationship, because it shines light on some things. And something that you thought was over and done with, you thought wasn't going to come back together or be recovered, will be. Because you have a new beginning here. Anything else? Anything else? Is there anything else I need to know? Yeah, there's the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Wands. And you have the Four of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, there's some kind of breakdown in communication. Like the two of you weren't seeing eye to eye here about something. And I know there's a partnership now. In the beginning, there wasn't. In the beginning, I feel like it was more you may have made a decision here for yourself, and someone was upset because you didn't include them with that decision that you made. You just took that leap or that risk without including them in it in some way. Not everybody's story, but that's something that's there. For others of you, you have two counterparts out here and they're all on the same page. So you are going to get on the same page here with somebody. There's someone here that needs to be honest with you, or is very down to earth, or wanting to have something stable or secure. And they're looking to you for that guidance, or they're looking to you for that support. It's like this is someone that's wanting you to take control in a situation, and I think that you finally do, but it takes them a second to realize that's kind of what you're doing. This is also about trusting in the other person, that whatever it is that they're putting in the effort or work, or that something's going to play out it's like believing in someone else. Let me see what else I need to know about this. Real quick. What do I need to know about the Queen of Pentacles? The Hierophant. So there's that commitment, that understanding, that belief. Tradition. Somebody could be very traditional here with things. King of Wands. Yeah, the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I feel like somebody may have been holding back communication. Holding off on communicating. The Magician in reverse, until they knew for sure something was going to come together right. They may have held off for too long, and it created the imbalance or the miscommunication here. Yeah, look at that. It created the confusion. Someone here, it's almost like they tried to avoid a conflict and maybe even protect you in the situation. I'm not sure which side you're on here, but until they knew for sure that they were going to be able to make it happen, or it was going to unfold properly. And that came out in a way, maybe from someone else expressed it or something like that. And there's a surprise in that. This is like when this is just say you're in a relationship with somebody and they tell everybody that they are going to take a job in a different state. And you're like, you find out when someone expresses it, and this person thought they would have more time to tell you because they know it was going to be something that was going to be challenging. And they don't get that opportunity. Somebody else kind of spills the beans there and puts that out into the open. But I do feel like that whatever it is, I feel like it takes place whatever happens here, it goes easier than what you think it is gonna go. Whatever decision that is. Okay? And like I said, I don't know which scenario, which side of the table you're on here. I want to get some more though. Absolutely. I'm not going to leave you right there. Let's see if I can pull anything else from this that I'm missing. What am I missing here from this? Hand of cards. Well, there's a fly there, so this is something that's needed to happen for a while. Take a chance, a risk, being strategic, options, and not showing your hands. Yeah, somebody was gambled a situation here. Took a risk. Could have even took a risk on their relationship, like heartbreak. Took a risk, and look at this. It's the sword and the rose. Someone took a risk on the other person's. Taking a chance that the other person is going to, maybe separate themselves from them because of this. Anything else I'm missing here? Someone didn't want to show their hands completely about what it was that they wanted or what direction they wanted to go in, because they were afraid it was going to hurt the other person. The truth hurts sometimes, but it does come out into getting past these challenges, which I feel like you are. It will evolve the relationship. It will help the relationship move to the next phase. You'll become closer because of this. I don't know how to explain this fully. You're just going to have to take it how it resonates. But it's like you're getting what it was that you wanted, like you're manifesting what you wanted. It's just coming in a way differently than what you expected for it to. But like, you have this soulmates here and the Phoenix. So there's definitely a relationship that's going to be changing. And it's something that I think that you thought, you felt like if this person was to know about this, or they would have figured this out, or they would have, figured it out before you felt like you had an opportunity to get things together in the way that you wanted, in order in the way that you wanted, before you communicated this to them. Like they would feel betrayed and leave you, or feel hurt, and you're recovering. This is a recovery. Progress. Okay, which is ended good, so that's always a good thing. Let's see if we can get some more information here for advice. For some of you, you could be on the other side of this, and you're needing to know, like, what is the other person aware of, or what's going to happen when they become aware to this, something like that. It's not anything too terribly bad, just so you are aware of that. It's not anything, I feel like, that, it's just like I don't want to, I know that this is a decision that's going to hurt them, in some way, and I don't want to, it's just going to be a challenge. You don't want to hurt the people that you love, no matter what it is, right? Okay. What's the advice here for, okay, hold on. What's the advice here for pile 3? Reaching your goal, yeah. And actions speak louder than words. Yeah. Everything that you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. And if you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they're doing. What else? Reconciliation. Yeah. Someone from your past is or will return to your life soon. This could just be, you and someone, like, reconciling your differences here, which is what I saw here. And keep the door open is at the bottom. Don't be so focused on the closed door that you don't see the one which is open in front of you. There is a new opportunity here, but you have to close out a cycle. If you're wondering if there's someone here that's committed to you, that person is definitely committed to you. if you're worried about someone else being here, there's no communication with that person, or they're holding off communication here with that person. Anyways, like there's nothing going on there. Anything you want to tell me about that? Separation. Yeah, they're separating themselves from that person. Okay. Anyways, what else do I want to get? Let's get some overall card for advice, and then we'll go on to initials and close. Okay, I guess we'll just take that. Am I focused on what I want most? Yeah. Fear can make us do some crazy things. It's funny too, because in this situation, it's almost like someone was afraid to hurt someone, so they kept something to themselves, and they couldn't avoid it in the end anyways. Either way, they were going to be hurt, whether it came straight from the horse's mouth or someone else. You know what I mean? Something like that is here. Being focused on what it is that you really want from a situation. With the Sword of Truth here has to do with honor and wanting to protect someone. The truth about that, perhaps. Why some pain was caused, because this is someone that wanted to protect that person from that information. They didn't want to see them sad or express, sadness in some way, but it's going to create a deeper bond here between the two of you. Okay. One reason so few of us achieve what we truly want is that we never direct our focus. We never considerate our power. Most people dabble their way through life, never deciding to master anything in particular. For some of you, this has to do something with school is here, a decision around this. And someone may be kind of wishy-washy about that, or it's like, they may not like the idea of that. And that's something that you have to work through. What you focus on grows. Today, ask yourself, is my life a reflection of my values, or do I need to make adjustments? Prioritize. Yeah. This is all about you getting past some kind of confusion when it comes to a foundation here. And, needing to take responsibility, not wanting to take on too much stress, but someone that's willing to put in the work, to make a transition take place, and clearing up the confusion about that, like why you're wanting something to transition in the way that you are. It's a good thing, or it's coming from a place of wanting to prioritize someone or a situation, not from a place of wanting to distance themselves, Okay. All right, guys, let's get some initials to close. I hope this helps. Hope this makes sense, too. I felt like it started in a different direction. It almost kind of started in the way of you making that decision to do what you need to do. But then it went into how that's affecting the people around you or someone around you. And what's going to happen with that. You have the green clear quartz rainbow crystal there. So that's like the heart chakra opening up. And I always think about compassion or empathy, with someone as something that's going to be expressed or acknowledged here. You have the big Q. So maybe somebody's quitting their job to go to something else. This could be like quiet. Maybe they've been quiet about this. You have the Knight of Swords. So somebody taking action here. When something happens that causes some kind of pain, someone's going to step up and take action here to try to get it to stop or quit something, or that they've been quiet here about something. They are anxious about this. You have the little anxious pin here, little anxious face. But there's something to do with something being successful, or this is all because they want something to be successful, or they want to have abundance, or they want to have something to share. You know, this is about working something out. You have M or W, a B, an E, a U, and an I. B-U, B-I. Alright guys, I'm going to hold this up so y'all can see it, and I'm going to leave it here. This is also could be a W, so we's there too. So thanks guys for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and all your kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck to you with this. I think this was kind of like a reassurance reading, but I hope this, you know, you get something from this reading and it helps you moving forward. So good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon.